Crate anxiety is heartbreaking. Here's what we did and why it worked.
We brought Secret home when she was 8 weeks old, and most puppies go through a first week or so of crying in their crate. Hers lasted what seems like forever. She had some real separation anxiety, and how I know this is she has separation anxiety not just in her crate, but when I leave the room. This is when she was 8 weeks old when we brought her home. And this continued for 8 weeks. 8, 10 weeks now. So some puppies go through this, usually a week or so. As you can see, I have a Kong in there with toys to help her. Nothing worked for her, adding any treats or anything for her to do in there. This is her a week ago. I put her in her crate. This is the first time that we left her without my German Shepherd Wilbur. And you're going to see a little bit of stress, but how she's progressing. You can see her listening. She's starting to whine. And she's panting a little bit. This is all signs of stress, a little bit of stress, but it's not what she was doing. She does self-soothe herself at this point. She's thinking about, this isn't cool. But with a little bit of age and a lot of work, and I'll show you how we got her through this. I'll talk about how we got her through this. So she cries a little bit. She stops and listens, see if we're coming home. In a few minutes, she's going to lay down. She's realizing, okay, this isn't as bad. So this is up to a few weeks ago. So she's now going to be 4 months old. So we've been dealing with this all this time. But you can see her, she's getting ready to lay down. And she actually goes to sleep in her crate. We'll talk about some of the things that we did to get her through this. A lot of pet owners go through this, and if you don't nip it in the butt, it could be a real big problem with your dog tearing up your house, furniture, other things. So with her, what we started with, we initially had her at the one end of the house, and at night we would always bring her near us in the center of the home. When we leave her, we now brought her to the center of the house, and where she can watch my other dog, my Shepherd Wilbur, move throughout the house, and that seemed to help her. Throughout the day when we were here, we would, we'll put her in her crate throughout the day as we're home, and we moving around and oh, there she is again. She just woke up because we came home. And this is one of the exercises when you do leave them. This is one of the exercises that you're going to do is when you come home, you're going to ignore her. Do not him or her. You're not going to look at them. You're not going to talk to them. You're just going to walk in, set your keys down, Put your things away. You're going to open up the crate and not say a thing. Don't look at them. Just open it up and walk away. And you don't want to ever make a big deal when you're coming home, because if you make a big deal and you're all excited, that's reinforcing her to like, oh my gosh, I really needed to be with you. And so you're just going to just act like nothing. So if you're just calm, cool, just open the door, walk away. That's how she's going to react. If you're excited, that's going to get her or him excited, and it's just going to reinforce. So you'll see me coming in. My older shepherd's going to check on her. This is the first time she's been in her crate without him in there. So he checked on her. He's like, cool, okay. And then you're going to see I'm going to come around and I'm just going to open up the crate and walk away from her, not say a thing. I'm not going to make a big deal. If you don't make a big deal, it's not going to be a big deal for her. And she walks out. So for her, Secret had such anxiety that she would poop in her crate. We would potty her. She'd go poop before we would put her in. She would poop in her crate and just stomp it in. She was so stressed. She wouldn't take any Kongs with treats or anything like that. Ice cubes, I'd put in there to entertain her, and nothing worked. She was just so stressful. So this is her today. She goes in there. She goes in by herself. She goes in there and she's perfectly fine and quiet. We have her to where we have her 4 hours without her stressing out. We have altered our shifts, our work hours, to make sure that she's not in there any longer than 4 hours, because this is a slow process. It's very long. So there's a lot of things that we do. When we are home, throughout the day, we'll put her in there while we're home. We put her in, let her out, put her in, let her out. We do happy things in there. We feed her in there. Her treats go in there. We make it her happy place. There are also exercises that you can do, like jingling your keys, stepping out the door and listening, and then stepping back in, so that every time you jingle your keys doesn't mean that she's being thrown in her crate. So you can practice that. I know it may seem silly, but these little steps like that really will help your dog get through this.
Looking for a simple guide that you can follow at your own pace? Check out our printable learning guide linked below. A big thank you to Ross Ranch Aussies for our adorable student puppy. Check out their incredible Aussies at the link below.